In a town where no one expected much from life, one man made a dangerous decision: to think bigger.
Ethan Miller grew up in a quiet town where people learned early not to expect much from life. It wasn't that the town was poor or broken. It was comfortable, too comfortable. People worked the same jobs for decades, dreamed the same safe dreams, and taught their children one important rule: don't aim too high. You'll only get disappointed. Ethan heard that sentence often, at school, at home, even from friends. And for a long time, he believed it. A child, Ethan loved to draw. He would fill notebooks with sketches of buildings, cities, and inventions that didn't exist yet. He imagined creating places that made people feel inspired, safe, and hopeful. But whenever he shared his drawings, someone would smile politely and say, "That's nice, Ethan, but people like us don't become architects." Slowly, the notebooks stayed closed. Years passed. By the age of 27, Ethan worked as a junior clerk in a small construction office. His job was simple: filing papers, organizing reports, following instructions. It paid the bills, nothing more. Every morning, he sat at the same desk, staring at the same gray wall, feeling a quiet heaviness inside his chest. Not sadness, not anger, just smallness. He told himself this was normal. This was adulthood. This was life. Until one evening changed everything. One night, after another long, forgettable workday, Ethan stopped by a bookstore he rarely visited. He wandered through the aisles without purpose until a thin, old book caught his attention. Its title read, "You don't get what you deserve. You get what you think is possible." Something about that sentence made him stop. He bought the book and read it that night. It wasn't filled with complicated theories or magical promises. Instead, it asked one simple question again and again: how big are you allowing yourself to think? The book explained something Ethan had never considered: that most people don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they set their goals to match their fears instead of their potential. Ethan closed the book and sat in silence. For the first time in years, he asked himself a dangerous question: what if I've been thinking too small? The next morning, nothing in Ethan's life looked different. The same alarm, the same bus, the same desk, but something inside him had shifted. Instead of thinking, "I'll do this job forever," he thought, "This is temporary." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," he thought, "I'm not good enough yet." At first, it felt strange, almost uncomfortable. Thinking big felt arrogant, risky, unrealistic. But he remembered the book's message. Small thinking feels safe, but it keeps you invisible. So Ethan made a decision. He would think big, not all at once, but consistently. He started drawing again at night. Not casually, seriously. He studied architecture online, watched lectures, learned software, and practiced every day after work. When doubt whispered, "Who do you think you are?" he answered, "Someone who refuses to stay small." Not everyone supported Ethan's change. His friends joked about his dream phase. His co-workers warned him not to get distracted. Some even said, "Be realistic. Very few people make it." And sometimes, late at night, Ethan believed them. Thinking big did not remove fear, it exposed it. There were nights he felt exhausted, overwhelmed, and foolish. Nights when quitting felt easier than continuing. But each time, he asked himself one question: is my fear protecting me or limiting me? And every time, he picked the same answer. He continued. 2 years later, something unexpected happened. The construction company announced a design competition for a new community center. It was open to everyone in the company, but no one from Ethan's department had ever entered before. People assumed only senior designers would participate. Ethan hesitated. His old thinking said, "You're not qualified." His new thinking asked, "What if I am?" He submitted his design, not because he expected to win, but because thinking big meant giving himself permission to try. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, his manager called him into the office. Ethan's hands trembled. The manager smiled and said, "Where did you learn to think like this?" Ethan's design had won. That project changed Ethan's career, but more importantly, it changed his identity. He wasn't lucky. He wasn't suddenly smarter. He wasn't chosen by fate. He had simply allowed himself to think beyond his limitations. Within a few years, Ethan became a licensed architect. He moved to a larger city, worked on meaningful projects, and mentored young people who reminded him of his younger self. But whenever someone asked him the secret to his success, he didn't talk about skills or degrees. He said this: "Your life expands to the size of your thinking." The power of thinking big is not about dreaming without action. It's about believing enough to begin. Big thinking doesn't mean you won't fail. It means failure won't stop you. Big thinking doesn't remove obstacles. It gives you the courage to face them. Most people never discover their true potential, not because it's hidden, but because they never look beyond what feels safe. And the truth is simple. You are not limited by where you start. You are limited by what you believe is possible. Think bigger.